Match number 4 of the day will feature the Resurrection Christian Cougars versus the Briggsdale Falcons, as the Falcons 0-2 on the day. Res Christian 0-1, as they have took Akron to 5 sets just one match ago. Following this one will be an Akron Day Springs matchup. And then we'll see how this goes, as the home team on your scoreboard will be the Res Christian Cougars, and the Falcons from Briggsdale will be the visitor. Briggsdale will be in their blue, as the Cougars will be in their black and gray. As we get ready to start this one off in the 15th annual NJC Spectacular, the Briggsdale Falcons taking on the Res Christian Cougars in match number 4 of the day. As the starters for the Cougars will be Kelly Gatikin, Riley Lineman, Abby Skipworth, Madison Webb, Jennifer Lohr, and Preston Lineman. And for the Falcons, it will be Megan Thormersgaard, Morgan Thompson, Abby Shaw, Amber Thormersgaard, Brianne. Is Brianne out there? Yes. Brianne Schneider and Leilani Carrasco, as the Cougars will start off with the serve. And it'll be Riley Lineman with the serve. We'll go back to Hale. Across for Lineman. Picked up by Webb. Back to Morgan Thompson. Picked up by Shaw. And Carrasco will not be able to put it over on the hit attempt. So, excuse me, Darian Hale will be out there as a starter, as Lineman will sail one wide, and Shaw will have the serve. She'll go back for Lineman. Picked up by Webb. Skipworth off the block and down for a kill. And that will give herself the serve, Will Skipworth. She'll serve back for Morgan Thompson. Picked up by Hale and free balled over. Skipworth will let this one go, and it'll be out. And it'll be 3-1 Res Christian. Serve to Thompson. Picked up by Carrasco. Picked out of the air. And on an attack is Amber Thormersgaard. And it'll be out, or off the hands, and make it 3-2 off of Lineman. First serve for Thormersgaard in top for Lohr. Picked up by Thormersgaard. Morgan Thompson with the top over the block. Webb, near side for Lohr, goes back, picked out by Shaw. Thormersgaard was near side for Preston Lineman. Back, dug out of the back row, and 2 hits on Shaw. It'll be 4-2. Serve will go to Madison Webb. He picked up by Carrasco, and she'll try to hit it over through the block. And it's picked up by Webb, set up, back row for Riley. Shaw sets, Thompson over the net, and kept up and down for a point, and Briggsdale will get the ball back as they now trail 4-3. And is this an ace? Now that goes over the top, and it's 4-4. As it's Carrasco. Goes back and deep on the serve, and Res Christian takes a 5-4 lead now. Gives the serve to Preston Lineman. Lineman picked up by Megan and can't get it over across, and Lore will have a tip kill as she just tips one back down. Lineman will serve this one out and be Falcon ball. 6-5. Thormersgaard will put it back for Lore. Set up by Webb, near side for Riley Lineman, and down for a kill over the block, and it's 7-5. Skipworth coming back in for the Cougars as the serve will go back to Carrasco. Set up by Thompson for Shaw. She will hit it right into the net, and it'll be 8-5. Serve is for Jennifer Lore. She'll hit right off the top of the net, and 8-6. That'll give Morgan Thompson the serve. She'll put it back door for back row as Lineman will have to play it over. Picked up near side for Megan Thormersgaard as she'll hit it out for a point Res Christian. As we'll check the substitutions. As a serve will be from Whittam, and Whittam will have an ace and make it 10-6. Whittam serves it right to Carrasco. Bumped up by Thompson. Played by Hale, and she can't get over the net as it'll be 11-6. Whittam back as Carrasco tries to play it, and that's an ace. Serve back row as it'll be off Thompson's on a dig, and that's an ace as well. So back-to-back aces, and timeout be taken by Briggsdale. Briggsdale having some trouble in the last two games or matches that they've played with the serving, as they have to try to play defensively better off the serve than anything. As the Cougars lead 13-6 over Briggsdale currently. And it'll be a long timeout for the Falcons. And coming out of the timeout, it'll still be Whittam's serve, and the Cougars will have the serve. Serve goes back row for Carrasco. Dug out, picked up by Megan, and back over towards the Cougars. Set up for Skipworth, and long on the attack, and 13-7. Briggsdale gets the ball back. And now it'll be Darian Hale. She'll hit one over. It'll be picked up by Linneman. Set up by Webb. Near side for Skipworth. And off the block. Dug out by Thompson. Free balled over. Webb near side for Linneman again. And off the block. And this ball will go off the post on a dig attempt by Thormertsgard. And it'll be 14-7 as Res Christian doubles up the Falcons. Serve goes back row for Amber. Picked up by Thompson. Megan tries to put it over, and she does. Near side for Preston, and down for a kill, as that will be a 15-5 or 15-7 score. As Riley Linneman with the serve. Dug out by Amber on the far side and pushed over by Megan. Set up Webb near side. Skipworth off the block, down for a kill. 16-7. Linneman. Backside for Amber. Near side. Off the block, pushed up by Webb. We win them. Preston will have to throw this one over. We dug out by the back row. Skipworth off the block and down for a kill. And make it 17-7. Riley with the serve for the Cougars. Dug out a back row and down for an ace. And that is 18-7. Bumped up by Thormersgaard and put back down for a kill by Thormersgaard. And it's 18-8. Thormersgaard, Megan, that would be. Megan Thormersgaard. As Shaw will serve. Picked up by Lineman. Set up for Preston. Webb, back tip, and over for a kill. And she takes a 19-8 lead. And that'll give Skipworth the serve. Skipworth serves right down the middle to Thompson. Picked up by Shaw and off her hands, and that is an ace. And make it 20-8. And the serve will go to now Michaela Baylor, excuse me. And it's back to Thompson, dug out back row. Shaw set up near side for Carrasco. Dug out back row by Whitten. And in the net goes Briggsdale, and it's 21-8. Baylor with the serve. She'll go back row, dug out by Thompson. Set up by Shaw, near side for Carrasco. She'll hit it over to be picked up by Whittem. Set up, Webb to Lineman, and she will drive one home for a kill, and Riley Lineman makes it 22-8. Baylor with the serve. Dug out back row by Hale. Shaw set up for Carrasco. She'll be over the block and down for a kill. Makes it 22-9. Push across Webb in for Lore, and she'll go over the block into the net was Carrasco, and it's 23-9. And that will give Madison Webb the serve, and in is Boulders for the Cougars and Brianne Schneider for the Falcons. Dugout back row set up by Shaw. Thompson with attack over the block. Webb back set for Boulders. Pick dugout back row. Thompson free balls this one over. Webb for Lohr, and she'll go off the block down for a kill, and it's 24-9. As now Madison Webb serving for the set. Goes off a Hale, picked up by Shaw. Free ball over by Thompson. Picked up Baylor and pushed over by Lohr. Shaw can't get to it, and that'll be off the tip, and that is set number one. 25-9, the Res Christian Cougars get set one as we come right back with set number two. Right after this, as I'm Cole Hansted with ColoradoPreps.tv and this big-time small-town media production of the 15th annual NJC Spectacular.
For certified windshield repair and replacement, you already know to call Smart Parts in Sterling. For one of our grill guards, running boards, and other truck accessories, such as VW hitches and 3M clear protective coating for any vehicle, Smart Parts has what you're looking for. Ask about the Vortex system, used for sprayed-on truck liners to protect your truck bed from wear and tear while enhancing the beauty of your truck. For these and other services, see Smart Parts at 530 6th Avenue in Sterling or call 522-5399.
One of the most important benefits of being a Premier Farm Credit member borrower is having the opportunity to share in the association's profits. Since 2001, Premier has paid out over $31 million in patronage dividends. If you want to be a part of a member-owned and controlled cooperative that offers interest rates that are competitive in the marketplace and committed to a patronage dividend program, call your local Premier Farm Credit office. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
Hi, I'm Ben Blecka, owner, founder, and one of the talents of Big Time Small Town Media. The broadcast you're seeing today is a production of Big Time Small Town Media. Just 1 year ago, a group of Northeast Colorado sports broadcasters started something we hoped would bring extra joy to the athletes participating in the games we were already covering on radio. It has turned into a service we provide for not only Northeast Colorado athletes, but athletes statewide, region-wide, and internationally who request our services. We do straight-to-DVD production in addition to live internet productions of any event who wants Big Time Small Town Media to be a part of their community, because Big Time Small Town Media is more than just sports. It's community. Are you interested in the services Big Time Small Town Media can provide your upcoming event? I encourage you to contact me at ben@bigtimesmalltown.com. You can see some of the many events we've done in the past year at ihigh.com/bigtimesmalltown. And I encourage you, think about Big Time Small Town Media being a part of your community with whatever upcoming events you've got.
Set number one goes to the Resurrection Christian Cougars as they win by a score of 25-9. And now we head to set number two. The Falcons will have the serve first, as it'll be Abby Shaw with the serve. Ball dug out by Lineman, and it gets it back from Webb. Pushed over as Lineman will come back and down for a kill. It's not, as they say, it goes out, as Briggsdale will have a 1-0 lead. Shaw goes back for Lord. Set up by Webb, and she'll push it over on the tip kill and down. And it's 1-1. That'll give the ball to Skipworth. Be dug out back row and in for an ace, as this does not make the net. Skipworth, line drive picked up by Megan and pushed across by Shaw. Webb, Lore as set up in the middle out, and it'll be point Briggsdale, and it's tied 2-2. The serve, the back to Lineman, set up by Webb, far side for Preston, pushed across over the block and down for a kill is Preston Lineman. And coming into the game is Mackenzie Richardson. Webb with the serve. It'll be into the net and even up the score at 3 apiece. Serve across and out from Schneider. And make it 4-3 and give Preston Linneman the serve. Back row dug out, and it'd be an ace as miscommunication from the Falcons. A jump serve from Linneman and an ace off of Shaw and make it 6-3. Linneman with the serve as we hit this one right into the net, and it's 6-4, still in favor of the Cougars. Ball served over Webb, far side for Riley Linneman, and down for a kill, and makes it 7-4. Serve will go to Jennifer Lohr for the Cougars. She'll go right into the net. She has had some trouble serving today, and it makes it 7-5. She has not, I think she's gotten 2 serves over. Serve from Thompson is pushed over by the Cougars, and into the net goes the attack of Skipworth, as Thompson will regain the serve. Go cross for Lohr. Set up Webb, Skipworth, and out on the attack, and it's tied up at 7 apiece. A miss hit on the serve by Thompson gives an 8-7 lead to the Cougars, as Mackenzie Richardson will go back to serve. Drops back and dug out back row. Set up, and attack is not played into the net, and 9-7 is the Res lead. Back row picked up by Christensen as Be picked up Webb near side for Lineman and out and make it 9-8. The serve goes back for Lineman. Picked up by Webb. Far side for Skipworth, and her attack will go long and 9-9. A lot of mishits by the Cougars so far. Back for Lineman. Set up Webb near side for Skipworth, and she will be just long on her attack. And that's the first lead, or that is a 10-9 lead for Briggsdale. Hale with the serve, and she'll put one over the, be picked up by, back row by Lord. Near side for Skipworth, off the net court and down for a kill, and make it a 10-10 game. Lineman with the serve, goes picked up back row, and that is an ace. And no one could play it off that, and it makes it 11-10. A rifled across. Shaw will set up. It'll be Schneider, picked up back row by Lohr. Webb sets it up. Lineman can't get to it. Thompson has to try to one-arm play it off a bad set and makes it 12-10. And Riley Lineman will have the serve. Dug out by Hale and could not get it close to anybody, and it becomes an ace and 13-10. Riley will float the net court and can't get to it is Thermersgaard and Amber, and make it back-to-back aces and 14-10. Ball played by Thermersgaard, picked up by Schaff, over to Megan Thermersgaard, who frees it over. And beats Skipworth, and she has been long on all of her attacks. And that's 14-11. Serve is for Shaw, picked up by Webb, near side for Skipworth, and she'll be dug out by Thompson. Shaw will be to Megan Thermersgaard, pushed back over by the Cougars. Amber Thermersgaard, one arms over and down for a kill, and makes it 12-14. Back row dug out by the Cougars, near side for Preston Lineman, and long on her attack, and makes it 14-13. Briggsdale fighting their way back. A foot fault is called on the serve, as Res Christian will make it a 15-13 game now with that. And Bowler comes back in for, Baylor will come back in for the Cougars. I want to call her Bowler because I'm used to a Sterling player named Bowler. This is picked up by Thompson Macro. Set up by Shaw, and into the net is the attack from Amber Thermersgaard, and it's 16-13. Okay, Baylor dug out back row. Hale, as Shaw will let this one fall down and be a just on the free ball attempt, and makes it 17-13. Miscommunication between the two Falcon players. Back row set up by Thompson, back off Shaw, a attack by Snyder will go over the net and off a block and makes it 17-14. Ball by Megan Thormerscott, the serve into the net, 18-14. As Madison Webb will have the serve, and it'll be Mackenzie Richardson into the game. We dug out as an ace. (19-14). Ball playing back row and pushed over. Webb dug out by Richardson, pushed over by Lineman. As this ball over and can't be picked up. Into the net go the Falcons and makes it 20-14. Webb floats one over and can't get it, and out is an ace for 21. Now that's a dealer to blackjack as the ace at 21. (21-14), a ball over as Shaw has to play it over. Picked up by Lineman. Near side for Preston Lineman, and she'll go off the block over and into the net was Amber Thormerscott and makes it 22-14. Webb will drive one deep and dug into the net, and no one can get to it, and 23-14 as it lands on the Falcons side. Webb drives one deep, set up for Thompson near side, and she'll go off the block, dug out of the net. Picked up, and Schneider will push it over, and it'll be dug out by the Cougars, and it'll go roll the net and hit the antenna, and it'll be out on the Cougars, so point goes to the Falcons. That gives Snyder the serve. Is set up for Webb, near side for Richardson, and drives one home for a kill on the back row. Catches that line, and it was beautiful, and that will give the serve and the for the set to Preston Lineman. The jump serve will go back row. Dug out. Webb set up near side for Riley Lineman, and down for a kill, and set number 2 goes to the Res Cougars as they win 25-15. We head into set number 3. The Briggsdale Falcons trailing 2-0, 25-9, 25-15 to the Resurrection Christian Cougars here on this big time small town media production on ColoradoPreps.tv of the 15th annual NJC Spectacular.
Get your DVD copies of the Adventures theme live online at BigTimeSmallTown.com. Hi, I'm Ben Lyko, owner, founder, and one of the talents of Big Time Small Town Media. Very glad you're enjoying the broadcast we're bringing to you live online. Don't forget you can have this broadcast whenever and wherever you want with the purchase of the DVD from Big Time Small Town Media. Go to www.BigTimeSmallTown.com. There you can check out all the games that we've got from any past tournaments. We've been doing this for just more than a year, and Big Time Small Town Media is proud to be more than sports. We're community.
Playing sports, our live baseball. We're not also here.
name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex, the name behind quality, precise design, and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style does not get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex, made to last, made to perform. Big Tex, with years of experience and Texas pride built into every product. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready to transport the job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Sterling Trailers. Call 522-2855. You're looking for a used car, but you don't really trust those used car dealers. At Ertl Brothers Discount Auto in Sterling, trust is not an issue. At Ertl Brothers Discount Auto, every vehicle is fully inspected before it goes out on the lot, so you don't have to worry about buying that lemon. For your convenience of shopping, Ertl Brothers Discount Auto is available online anytime at ebautos.com. They understand that not everyone works 9 to 5, so they'll even set up private appointments to work with your schedule. Visit Ertl Brothers Discount Auto, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturday, 9 to 4.
Riley Lenelman will start things off for the Res Cougars as it becomes free ball over, and Webb set up near side for Skipworth, and she will drive one home down the line, and that will be point number 1 to Res Christian and a kill for Skipworth. Serve back row, dug out by the Falcons, freed over as Skipworth has to try to push one over, and it gets blocked at the net and down by Briggsdale, and they get point. Shaw with the serve, and she will serve right into the net, and Res Christian will take a 2-0 or a 2-1 lead, and that will give Abby Skipworth the serve, and she will exit for Micaiah Baylor. Baylor will serve back row for Thormersgaard as be dug out by Baylor, and she can't get it to Lore, and it's 2-2. Picked up by the back row and freed over by the Cougars. Picked up Shaw, far side for Thompson. She goes over the block and goes long on the attack. As entering the game will be Mackenzie Richards for Kelly Gatikin. Service by Webb, throws over. Shaw will try to tip over, and it'll be 4 as on the set. 4 hits, and it is 4-2, Res Christian. Webb with the serve. Goes back row for Thormersgaard, and a rotation violation by Briggsdale makes it 5-2. Back row for Thormersgaard, dug out. Near side for Thompson. She'll go over the block. Dug out back row. Baylor near side for Lineman and out. And makes it 5-3. The serve goes for Carrasco, and she will serve it right into the net. 6-3. Res Christian gets the ball back, and it'll go to Preston Linneman. Linneman will drive it back row for Thormersgaard. Near side for Thompson into the net on her attack, and 7-3. Preston Linneman with the serve over Hale, and that'll be an ace as Hale could not handle it. and goes out of bounds. Make it 8-3. Linneman, Hale, dugout back row. Thormer Scott sets it up. Thompson has to free ball it over. Linneman to Webb, near side for Lohr, as he dug out by the the Falcons. Dug out back row by Webb, near side for Riley Linneman, down for an kill. Make it 9-3. A serve by Preston Linneman. Says, I'm not sure what the call was. As a ball served over by the Falcons. Their side for Riley Linneman, and off the dig by Megan Thormersgaard, as Riley Linneman will have a big kill and make it 10-4. Lohr with a short serve. Shaw sets it up. Bumped up by Thormersgaard. Freed over by the Falcons. Webb sets up middle for Skipworth and down for a kill. Make it 11-4. A serve by Lohr, back row for Hale. Set up for Schaub, dug out back row. Pushed over, Thormersgaard has to try for the block. Skipworth to Webb, near side for Hale, for Riley. Set up over the net as ball falls on the Falcons side as some players got tangled up together. Lohr, dug out by Thormersgaard. Set up as Thormersgaard has to try to get it out. Lohr, set up by Webb for Preston. Back row, dug out. Carrasco, freed over by Hale. Set up Webb, near side for Richardson, and dug out back row by the Falcons. And attacked by Hale, and it gets down in front of Linneman and makes it 12-5. Thompson with the serve, dug out back row by Lohr. Webb keeps it alive off the net, and down for a kill is Riley Linneman. 13-5. Ball pushed by Richardson and down on the Falcons side after a missed dig, and it makes it 14-5. The serve by Richardson is dug out and pushed across by the Falcons. Dug out by Webb as Richardson tries to free ball this over and into the net. As Richardson will exit for Gattikin. Hale with the serve for the Falcons. Hale drives one for Linneman. He has to push over by Webb and down for a kill and makes it 15-6. Serve will go to Riley Linneman and pushed over as Carrasco has to off the block. Webb near side for Skipworth, down for a kill. 16-6. Riley Linneman fires. Thompson will set it up, back row set up for near side for Megan Thormardsgard, and it's 17-6. Linneman, Thormardsgard, dug out, back row, and it has to be pushed over, and it's a two-hit by Shaw on the set and makes it 18-6. Riley Linneman with a jump serve, goes deep and out and makes it 18-7. As Shaw will have the serve for the Falcons. Dug out back row by Linneman, picked up and freed over by Preston. Dug out Linneman, set up Webb near side for Skipsworth, and pushed over by the Falcons after hitting the rafters, and it's 19-7. And Michaela Baylor will come in for Abby Skipworth. And Michaela will drive one across, and set up by Shaw is too long for Thompson and makes it 20-7. So Michaela will drive one back deep row as is pushed over and free balled over. Baylor set up by Webb near side for Lohr on the cross court. Linneman, Webb to Linneman again, down for a kill, and that is a click, a boom as Linneman drives one through the arms of Thompson. Back row, dugout. Shaw with the set. And Carrasco will left hand over and down for a kill. Makes it 21-8. I'll hand the serve over to Megan Thormardsgard. And she will line one to Linneman. Set up, Webb down the middle for Lohr, and back off the back row of Hale and make it 22-8 and a kill to Lohr. Richardson coming in to play front row for Gannikin, and Madison Webb with the serve. And this will not quite make it over the net and makes it 22-9 as the Cougars lead. Leilani Carrasco with the serve, dug out back row, and near for Lohr at the middle of the net, off the block, down for a kill. And it's 23-9. Gives the ball to Preston Linneman. Linneman with a jump serve, and she got all of it on a hook, as that was a great curveball if she was in baseball right now. And it's 23-10. As a substitution, as it'll be Michaela Erickson serving for the Falcons. She'll put it over, picked up by Lohr, set up in the middle. Lohr set up backside for Richardson, and Richardson will put it across and free balled over by Thompson. Picked up Webb and set up in the middle off the block and down for a kill as someone was in the net, and that will be 24-10. And Jennifer Lohr, who just got the kill, is serving for the match. Dug out back row by Thormardsgard. And a lift by Erickson. And that will be the match. 25-10 is your final on set number 3, as Res Christian takes a sweep of Briggsdale, 25-9, 25-15, and 25-10, as Briggsdale falls to 0-3 in the pool, and Res Christian is 1-1 with match number 5 coming up. It'll be Akron and Day Springs here right after this. I'm Cole Onstead bringing you this big-time small-town media production on ColoradoPreps.tv of the 15th annual NJC Spectacular.